Hey everyone, my name is MORBID AÇUCAR, aka Asuka, aka Asu, aka that annoying ass bitch that nobody likes, because that's how I'm feeling today. This is my co-star, a moth I just found. Yeah, yeah. She's very pretty. She said hello. Yeah, so I'm in this like weird place with my art right now where I'm fighting centricism versus like how do I properly like validate myself. I feel like that's a struggle that a lot of artists when they're starting out or even when they're in the middle of what they're doing really struggle with or like lose focus of the self and what it means to truly create art. I feel like a lot of my art comes from a place of trying to find my people. I'm a very like community-based person. I always have been, and that's also the reason why I have a whole ass animal in my house with me, because if I don't feel like I have like family, which isn't something that I have, I kind of get like lost in what I'm doing. So whenever I do anything, I have that as like a central focus. Like even if I don't have my community right now, I hope that like my art will help me gravitate towards those people or help gravitate those people towards me. I think that for like the next like year to 5 years, I see myself heading in a really amazing direction if I continue on the path that I'm in. Tina agrees. Yeah. She said, yeah. If I continue to keep my head where it is, and yeah, no, she agrees so hard. She keeps commenting. But if I continue to like have like a good head on my shoulders and keep my motivations where they currently are, I feel like at the end of the day, what I aim to create is like something beyond myself. I don't really care about fame or being known, but I do want to be known by people that I love or resonate with my work as someone who tried really hard and succeeded. I really want like my heart to really show in what I'm doing and in what I care about, and like hope that my intentions really never get lost. Because intentionality is everything. Like that is where your energy lies, and energy is love. And without that energy, we have no love for what we're doing, right? Like whenever I'm depressed, I just get in this really big thing in my head. It's like, fuck, I have no energy, and the ergo I have no love to give. So I'm just being exceptionally selfish by wanting to have all of this love around me with no love to give. Although sometimes, you do deserve it. I really wish that more artists would kind of like let go of their ego, even though within art it's something that we like consistently explore. Like ego is essential to the human experience, but it's also something that gets in the way of connecting with other people, like truly connecting, like truly seeing like this is my soul, this is who I am, not an act that I'm putting on, not this thing I'm trying to become, like this is who I fucking am. And there's like a lack of like self-awareness that I see, like not only within music, but in a lot of like artistic spaces. And it's just, I think it's the fact that it's very like male dominated. Like that's something that always gets to me, because as a non-binary person, I don't really like see a lot of myself in a lot of art. But when I do, it's never in people that have the same type of views. Like I always have to kind of like give up a little piece of myself in order to enjoy that. Like shit, like I love this rapper, but why is he talking about how much he likes lesbians? Like bitch, you are a full cishet man. Or I don't know, just that invasive nature, that like the invasive approach that people have to femininity is hella toxic. Like why are people scared to wash their ass? You know, like, it's just shit like that. Like, why are we not seeing beyond this, like, femininity and masculinity and being more in touch with, like, the human experience itself? And, like, people that are more in touch with being human, aside from all this ego, like, all this, like, gender shit. Like, truly, you can see that in their art, because they really are not scared to express certain feelings. Tina really resonated with this. And this is another thing, like, if you're in touch with being human, you're in touch with nature. And that goes for, like, animals and how they gravitate towards you. Like, you ever notice how, like, some people are just, like, naturally, like, they'll have, like, the randomest fucking, like, experience. Like, a grasshopper will, like, land on their shoulder, or, like, an animal will come up to them out of nowhere. Like, that person has a good ass soul. And that's just, like, that's, like, I don't care about connecting with other people. I care about connecting with plants. Like, I care about connecting with squirrels. Like, I care about connecting with shit, like, nature. Like, I really just look for peace within that. And I think that really shows in my art. Like, the fact that I am disconnected with this current experience that we're in through, like, capitalism. And I'm more connected with things outside of that. Because those things are truly valuable. Like, I don't know, I really believe in manifestation, but at the same time, I, like, also believe in, like, karma. So it's like, how can someone use their, like, karmic value, or, I think that's, like, the wrong word, but, like, how can someone use the good that they are doing in order to bring good to themselves? Because that's naturally going to come back to you. I love going on rants about energy and karma and, like, bullshit. So, I made this piece recently called, Sticky Keys, and it was a really fucked up piece because it just came from a lot of fucked up feelings. If you look back at that piece, it'll be on my Instagram, MORBID AÇUCAR. If you look at that piece, you'll see just, like, I think most people are, like, kind of confused. Like, they can tell, like, the sentiment and, like, the depth of that feeling, because it talks about, like, my experience with AI porn and having my image manipulated. And as an artist, it's something I fear really often. Like, how are people going to take my image and manipulate that into their perception? Because our perspective of people is based off of our bias. It's also based off of, like, how we see ourselves, right? So it's like, how can someone take who I truly am, like, my fundamental being, and just kind of, like, contort that to whatever they want? And that's like another thing that I'm always really dealing with, and, like, I love having conversations about, because, like, I just want to be perceived as myself. I don't want to be somebody's plaything. I don't want to be somebody's object. I don't want to be somebody that I'm not. I don't want to come off as violent. I don't want to come off as anything other than my true self, which I feel is, like, pretty dependent off of, like, what people give me, right? Yeah. Am I supposed to just keep going?
If you want to.
I can. But yeah, being perceived is a really scary thing. Like, being in front of this camera is kind of nuts, but it's also something that I aim to do to create visibility about the shit that I care about. Because, like, we can't really do that without putting ourselves out there and making our voice known. But yeah, this was me and baby B. Oh, that's not even a bee, it's a moth. Should I turn her into earrings? Oh, my bad. I love using nature in my work. Like, that's our foundation. That's our foundation for everything, for culture, for who we are. And I just aim to be more in touch with that, but also bring my community to be more in touch with that. This was Asuka for Ether Decor. created by the wonderful, the only Katera.